Are you thinking about stepping up to run 35s on your third gen Toyota Tacoma? In this video, we're going to discuss what led me to make the switch to 35s from my 285/70 R17s, some of the modifications necessary to run the 35-inch tires, and some of the problems I've encountered over running the 35s over the past year. But first, I have to briefly backtrack and tell you how I ran the 285s on my Tacoma. I installed an Icon Vehicle Dynamics coil over front suspension set at about a 2.5-inch lift. I'm also running their steel control arms to correct the caster. In the rear, I'm running a set of Deaver Stage 2 2.5-inch lift coil packs paired with Icon's remote reservoir rear shocks. I had to do some minor trimming of the front fender flares and the front bumper cover before I took the truck up to get an aggressive cab mount chop completed. I wrapped a set of 285/70 R17 BFG KO2s in the C load range around a set of 17-inch, 4.5-inch backspace, zero offset Icon wheels. After all that work was completed, I absolutely hated the way the Tacoma drove. It had no power, no acceleration, and terrible gas mileage. The 390 factory gears paired with the 6-speed automatic dual overdrive transmission made the truck drive like an absolute dog. So I contacted East Coast Gear Supply. I was going to purchase a set of 48 gears, and they stressed to me that if I was ever to go up to 35-inch tires, add heavy armor such as a front bumper, rock sliders, steel skid plates, a bed rack, or rooftop tent, that I would be miserable with the 488s and stressed I should go with the 529s. So I took their advice. I purchased the 529s, and I got to say I couldn't be happier. The 529 gears in the Tacoma is the single best performance mod that I've done to this point. I drove the Tacoma with this setup for about 2 years, and I felt that the 285s paired with the 529s, that it was just slightly overgeared. So I figured the greater diameter of the 35s would help offset that gear ratio problem. To prepare the Tacoma for the 35-inch tire upgrade, I had a full cab mount relocation completed. This frees up this entire area for the larger tires. I also ordered a set of C4 fabrication high clearance fender liners. I knew the factory fender liners would not work in a flex scenario with the 35s. I also ordered a C4 fabrication hybrid front bumper. I knew with the bigger tires, it would either need to have an aggressive Viper cut on the factory bumper cover or have a high clearance bumper to allow room for flex articulation and steering with the 35-inch tires. I chose to go with the steel bumper. Once the C4 fabrication front bumper arrived and the C4 high clearance fender liners arrived, I decided to tackle the install at the same time. I removed the front grille, the front bumper cover, the front fender flares. I loosely installed the high clearance fender liners, trimmed my front fenders roughly. I left about a 1/4 of an inch too low so I can adjust it later. I had to use a specialty tool, and I massaged the firewall back several inches. At that point, I reinstalled the fender liners permanently. I used a grinder and a flap disc, and I brought the edge of the fender up to where the fender liners met for a cleaner, more professional install. At this point, I took C4 Fabrication's instructions. I taped the front bumper cover. I marked the front bumper cover where they say to cut it. I measured about 1/8 of an inch lower and roughly trimmed it there. I reinstalled the grille, reinstalled the bumper cover. I temporarily installed the front bumper, and several times I massaged the bumper cover, sanded it down, and brought it to where I was happy with the fit and finish. At this point, I took the C4 Fabrications templates, taped them onto the fender flares, trimmed the fender flares according to the templates. I reinstalled the fender flares. I cut the fender flares along the same line where I had to cut the bumper cover. Then I installed the bumper permanently. Once I test drove the Tacoma, it became immediately clear that the original coil springs I had installed couldn't handle the weight of the new steel front bumper. I had to order a set of 700-pound coil springs for the Icon. Once the coil springs were installed, I went shopping for new tires. I ultimately decided to go with the Toyo Open Country RT Pros. I thought the aggressive tread design, the hybrid compound, would be perfect for my daily driven, weekend warrior use, 3rd gen Tacoma. Once the tires were installed and the alignment was completed, I got to the shop to pick up my truck. Spent a few minutes admiring the looks of the truck. When I drove it home, I realized that the tires at full lock were hitting the upper control arm and the sway bar. To correct this, I temporarily ordered a set of 1.25-inch wheel spacers, which work perfectly to solve this issue until I have the opportunity to buy a new set of wheels. The combination of the 35-inch tires and the 529 gears on the street is about perfect. At 60 miles an hour, I'm running at 1,750 RPMs. On the trails, the combination of the tires, the gearing, and four-wheel drive low make the truck absolutely easy to drive. The four-wheel drive low automatically cuts off your stability control, the traction control. The truck will go over anything. The amount of control you gain by being in four-wheel drive is fantastic. But it's not all unicorn farts and pixie dust. Let me show you. Going up to 35s, there's some weak spots you need to be aware of. These are your knuckles. Look how small and thin that is. And to take a truck off-road, getting a 35-inch tire wedged up in between some rocks puts a lot of strain on this spindle. Another concern, these are your alignment tabs. You can see right here, this one has already bent out. This one is almost flat. This one is fine. This is nothing but thick sheet metal, and they're not going to cut it. My main concern is the steering rack up here. The steering rack on the factory 3rd gen Tacoma is not designed to run 35s. I am concerned that eventually the gears in there are going to burst out when the tire gets bound up in some rocks. I am going to need to get new alignment tabs welded in. I am going to need to get either new or gusseted spindles. And eventually I'm going to need to look at upgrading my steering rack to either a Land Cruiser or a Tundra steering rack. So if you're planning on making the commitment to run true 35-inch, 12.5 or 17-inch tires on your 3rd gen Tacoma, you can expect a full cab mount relocation, firewall pounding, major cutting, and major re-gearing. This is a commitment that I'm 100% satisfied that I did on my Tacoma. I am absolutely thrilled on how it performs both on-road and off-road. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. See you on the trails.